Tonight, we are going to walk a very old road, a long, slow, dusty road that winds down through the hills of an ancient land, from a small village in the north all the way to a little town in the south. It is the road that a young woman named Mary once traveled, heavy with child in the cold of the year, beside her husband Joseph, on their way to a town called Bethlehem. We are going to walk that road with them tonight, slowly, unhurried, one quiet step at a time. You do not need to know the story. You do not need to remember anything, or follow anything, or do anything at all. You only need to let the slow rhythm of the old road carry you gently down into rest. So wherever you are lying now, let yourself grow heavy. Let the day set itself down. Take one slow breath in and let it go. Thank you for being here at Lamplight Scripture. Let us begin to walk. When we lie down at night, so often the mind will not lie down with us. It keeps walking. It keeps hurrying. It paces back over the day and runs ahead into tomorrow and will not be still. But the old road has no hurry in it. You cannot rush a journey made on foot. You can only take the next step and then the next, at the slow and patient pace of walking. And there is something in that slow pace that the racing mind cannot resist for long. Mile by mile, step by step, the road slows you down until your thoughts begin to walk at the same gentle pace as your feet, and then slower still, until at last they too lie down to rest. So let us not hurry tonight. Let us simply walk slowly down the old road toward Bethlehem and let its unhurried quiet do its gentle work on us the way it did on the two travelers long ago. It began, as so many great things do, with something small and ordinary, an order, a decree sent out from far away, from the great city of Rome, by an emperor most of these villagers would never see and could scarcely imagine. The whole world, the decree said, was to be counted. Every person was to return to the town of their family, the town of their ancestors, to be written down in the great rolls of the empire. And so, in countless small villages across the land, families began to prepare for journeys they had not planned and did not want in the cold and dark of the year. In Nazareth, the news reached a carpenter named Joseph and his young wife Mary, who was very near now to the birth of her first child. For Joseph was of the house and lineage of an ancient king named David, and David's town was Bethlehem, far to the south. And so it was to Bethlehem that they would have to go. Imagine receiving such news at such a time. A long and difficult journey, just when you would most wish to stay home and rest and be safe and prepare. It was not the way they would have chosen, and yet, as we will see, woven quietly through this hard and inconvenient road was a promise older than the empire, older than the kings, older than a very town they were traveling toward. Luke 2:1-5. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. And all went to be taxed, everyone into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. Being great with child. 3 small words that carry so much. The long road ahead would be hard for anyone. For a woman so near her time, it would be harder still. And yet she went, quietly, faithfully, trusting as she had learned to trust that even this hard road was somehow held. On the last evening before they left, the little house in Nazareth was quiet with preparation. By the light of the lamp, Mary and Joseph gathered the few things they could carry: a change of clothes, folded small, a warm cloak each against the cold of the nights, bread for the road, and dried fruit, and a skin of water, a little oil, some soft cloths made ready for the child that might come at any time now. Not much, only what 2 travelers could carry, and a patient donkey bear. There is a particular tenderness in packing for a journey into the unknown, choosing what truly matters, leaving the rest behind, looking around the small, familiar home, the home where so much of life has happened, and knowing you will not see it again for many weeks, perhaps many months. And there is a quiet courage in it too, to step out from everything safe and known onto an open road toward a town you have never seen, not knowing all that will happen there. To do it anyway because it must be done, and because underneath the fear, there is a deeper trust that you are not walking alone. They banked the fire one last time. They lowered the lamp. They lay down to sleep that final night in their own home, with the long road waiting for them in the morning. And perhaps, as she lay there, Mary remembered the old songs her people sang, the songs of the pilgrims, who for centuries had set out on long roads toward holy places, and found their strength not in themselves, but in the one who walked beside them. Psalm 84:5-7. Blessed is the man whose strength is in thee, in whose heart are the ways of them. They go from strength to strength. Every one of them in Zion appeareth before God. They left in the soft gray light before the sun, the way travelers do, to make the most of the cool early hours. The village was still mostly asleep. A few early risers raised a hand in quiet farewell. A neighbor pressed a little extra bread into Mary's hands, and then the small house, and the narrow lanes, and the well, and all the familiar shapes of Nazareth fell slowly behind them. At the top of the first hill, where the road begins its long descent, they paused and turned and looked back one last time. There lay the whole little village in the early light, the pale stone houses, the terraced slopes, the single road, the whole small world of everything they had ever known. It is a tender thing to look back at home from the top of a hill, knowing you are leaving, to hold it all in one long look, and then gently to turn again toward the road and the unknown, and to take the first step down. If you have ever left a home behind, you know that quiet ache. And you know too that the road does not only take you away from things, it also takes you toward them. Every step away from Nazareth was a step toward Bethlehem and toward the night that would change the whole world. They could not see that yet. They only saw the long road and the hills and the morning, but it was carrying them all the same, exactly where they needed to go. Psalm 121, verses 1-4, King James Version. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. And so the first day of the journey unfolded, slowly under the wide sky. The road wound down out of the hills of Galilee, between terraced slopes of olive and vine. past small villages where dogs barked and children watched the travelers pass. The pace of a road is the pace of the feet and the slow, patient steps of the donkey. There is no hurrying it. The sun climbs and crosses and begins to fall, and you are still walking, and the hills come slowly nearer and slowly fall behind, one after another, all day long. There is a deep peace in that slowness. Once the restless heart gives into it, you cannot make the road go faster. You can only take the next step. And so, after a while, you stop straining toward the end, and you simply walk, present in each step, watching the light move on the hills, listening to the small sounds of the road, letting the miles pass one at a time. Perhaps that is a gift the old road can give your own tired heart tonight. The permission to stop straining toward tomorrow, to stop rushing toward the end of things, to simply be here in this one quiet moment, taking this one slow breath and then the next, and letting the night carry you onward at its own gentle pace, the way the road carried the travelers, one step at a time, toward a rest they could not yet see. Psalm 121, 5-8. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. As they walked, perhaps they spoke, in the quiet way of travelers, about the town they were going to, about why, of all the towns in all the land, the road was leading them to little Bethlehem. For Bethlehem was not a great town. It was small and old and easy to overlook, a cluster of houses on a hill among the fields, a few miles south of Jerusalem. It was best known as the town of the shepherd boy David, who long ago had become a king. But there was something else about Bethlehem too, an old word spoken by a prophet many hundreds of years before that the people had never quite forgotten. The prophet had said that out of Bethlehem, small and humble as it was, would one day come a ruler, not a ruler like the emperor in Rome, with his armies and his decrees. A different kind of ruler altogether, one whose origins were older than time itself, whose coming would mean not fear, but peace. And now, by the strange working of an emperor's tax, a young woman great with child was being carried, step by patient step, toward that very town. She did not announce it. She did not understand all of it. She simply walked the road she was given and trusted, and carried within her, quietly, the answer to a promise older than the road itself. Micah 5:2. But thou, Bethlehem Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting. Isaiah 9:6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. The Prince of Peace. That was the old name for the one who was promised. Not the Prince of Armies, not the Prince of Power, the Prince of Peace. And it was peace of all things that he would bring, the deep and quiet peace that the world cannot give and cannot take away. The very peace we are seeking tonight as we lie here in the dark. As the first day drew toward its end, the travelers left the road and found a sheltered place a little way off, beside some rocks out of the wind to make their camp for the night. Joseph gathered dry wood and made a small fire. Mary spread their cloaks on the ground, and they shared a simple meal of bread and dried fruit and a little water. The donkey grazed quietly nearby, and as the light faded from the sky, the stars came out one by one, and then in their thousands, until the whole vast dome of the night was alight above them. There is no sky quite like the sky over an open road, far from any village, far from any lamp. The stars seem closer there, and brighter and more countless, spilled across the dark from horizon to horizon. The same stars that the shepherd David had watched on these very hills 1,000 years before, when he was a boy keeping his sheep and made up his songs in the night. They lay close to the small fire, wrapped warm against the cool, and looked up into all that quiet light, and felt, as travelers always feel under such a sky, both very small and very held, so small beneath so many stars, and yet not lost, not forgotten, kept through the dark by the one who made every one of those countless lights and watched over 2 weary travelers on an open road as carefully as if they were the only souls in all the world. Psalm 8, 3-4, King James Version. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars, which thou hast ordained, what is man that thou art mindful of him, and the Son of Man that thou visitest him? Scripture, Psalm 4:8. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. Lying there by the dying fire, Mary rested her hands gently over the child she carried, the way mothers do, and felt him stir and settle within her. She did not fully understand what she was carrying. No one could. She only knew what had been said to her on that day in Nazareth, when the light had filled the little room and the voice had called her by name, that the child would be holy, that he would be called the Son of the Most High, that of his kingdom there would be no end. And she knew the old word the prophet had spoken long before, that one day a young woman would bear a son and would call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us, not God far off in the distant heavens, untouchable and cold. God with us, near, present, sharing the road and the cold nights and the long miles and the whole hard, ordinary journey of being human. That is the deepest comfort there is for any traveler on any road in any darkness, that we are not alone, that whatever night we walk through, we do not walk through it by ourselves. God with us, even here, even now, even in the small hours, even in the dark, even on the hardest stretch of the road, with us, always with us. Isaiah 7:14. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. There is a kind of wisdom that only a long road can teach. When you set out, you cannot see the end. You cannot see what each day will bring, or where you will rest each night, or what will happen when at last you arrive. You can only see the next stretch of road curving away ahead of you into the hills. And yet, somehow, that is enough. You do not need to see the whole journey to take the next step. You only need to see a little way ahead and to trust that the road knows where it is going, even when you do not. Step by step, day by day, the unseen end draws nearer, and one day, without your ever being able to say exactly how, you arrive. Your own life is a road like this. You cannot see its end. You cannot see what each day will hold, and how often the heart wears itself out, lying awake in the dark, trying to see around every bend at once, trying to carry the whole long journey in a single night. But you were never asked to. You were only ever asked to take the next step and to trust the road and the one who made it with all the rest. So lay that burden down tonight. You do not have to see the whole way forward. You do not have to solve the whole journey before you sleep. You have walked today's stretch of the road. That is enough. Rest now by the warm fire under the quiet stars. The road will still be there in the morning, and so will the one who walks it with you. Be still and wait and rest. Psalm 37:7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. They woke before the sun, as travelers do. The fire was gray ash now. The stars were fading. A thin gray light was spreading up from the east, behind the hills, and the birds were beginning their first small songs in the scattered trees along the road. They ate a little bread and shared the last of the water from the skin, and loaded the patient donkey, and set out again into the cool of the second morning, while the world was still quiet and the road still empty. There is a particular peace in the early morning of a journey. The day is new and unspoiled. The light is soft and kind. The road lies open and quiet ahead. Whatever weariness yesterday held, the morning gently sets it down and offers a fresh stretch of road and a fresh start, the way every morning does. Even now, as you rest, a morning like that is waiting for you beyond this night. You do not have to reach for it. You only have to rest your way toward it. The night will do its quiet work, and in its own time, the gray light will come, and the birds will sing, and a new and unspoiled day will be there, waiting, soft and kind. But that is for later. For now, there is only the deep, good dark, and the slow road of sleep, carrying you gently toward it. Psalm 25, 4-5. Shew me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths. Lead me in thy truth, and teach me. For thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. All along the road, the little donkey carries its quiet share of the journey, the bundles, the bedding. And when the walking grows too much for her, Mary herself, settled carefully on its back, swaying gently with each slow and steady step. There is something humble and faithful about a donkey. It is not a proud animal, not a war horse, not a creature of kings. It is a patient, ordinary, working animal, sure-footed on the rough paths, content with a little grass and water, asking for nothing, and bearing its burden without complaint, hour after hour, mile after mile. It is fitting, somehow, that this is the creature carrying the mother of the Prince of Peace toward Bethlehem. Not a chariot, not a royal procession, a humble donkey on a dusty road. For everything about this birth would be humble and quiet and easy for the great and proud to overlook. The King of all the earth would come not in power, but in lowliness, not to be served, but to serve. Carried at the first on the patient back of a humble donkey, down a long and ordinary road. There is a gentleness in that the tired heart can rest in. You do not have to be grand tonight. You do not have to be strong or impressive or proud. The deepest things come quietly to the humble and the lowly and the small. You may simply be what you are, tired and ordinary and in need of rest, and know that this is exactly the kind of heart the peace of that holy night was always meant for. Luke 1:46-49, King James Version. My soul doth magnify the Lord, and my spirit hath rejoiced in God my Saviour. For he hath regarded the low estate of his handmaiden. For behold, from henceforth all generations shall call me blessed. For he that is mighty hath done to me great things, and holy is his name. Not every night on the road was spent under the open sky. Sometimes, as evening fell, they would come to a village and find a door open to them and a corner by a fire, and a little shared food given freely by people they had never met and would never see again. This was the old way of the road in those times. Travelers were welcomed. A stranger at the door was given bread and water and a place to rest, because everyone knew what it was to be far from home and tired and in need of kindness. And it was said in the old wisdom that those who welcomed strangers sometimes welcomed, without knowing it, far more than they realized. There is a deep tenderness in the kindness of strangers to be received when you are weary and far from home, to be given rest and warmth and bread by hands that ask for nothing in return. It is one of the gentlest things in all the world, and one of the oldest, and it carried these travelers again and again through the long days of their journey. Perhaps as you lie there in the dark, you can remember some kindness shown to you once by someone who did not have to. A door opened, a burden shared, a small mercy given freely that you have never quite forgotten. Let the warmth of that memory return to you now and settle over you like a blanket given by a kind hand as you drift toward sleep. Hebrews 13:2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Walking always beside the donkey, watchful and steady, is Joseph. He says little in the old accounts. He is a quiet man, but his quietness is full of strength and care and faithfulness. It was Joseph who chose the safest path and watched the road ahead for trouble, and made the fire each night and found the sheltered places and rose first in the cold mornings. It was Joseph who walked all the long miles so that Mary might ride. It was Joseph who carried, without complaint, the quiet weight of protecting the two souls in his care, all the way to Bethlehem and far beyond. There is a kind of love that does not speak much, but simply shows up day after day and does the steady, unglamorous work of caring for others. The love that keeps watch, the love that carries the load, the love that asks for no thanks and seeks no notice, and simply, faithfully keeps those it loves safe through the dark. It is the quietest love and one of the truest. You are kept by a love like that tonight, far greater even than Joseph's, a quiet, watchful, faithful love that keeps the road ahead and carries the load you cannot carry and watches over you through every dark mile and asks nothing of you but to rest and to trust and to let yourself be kept. You are not walking alone. You never were. Rest now in the care of the one who keeps watch and never sleeps. Psalm 91, 1-2, 4. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. As the days passed, the road led them down, out of the high hills, toward the great valley of the river, where the way grew gentler and warmer, and the water of the Jordan ran quiet and slow between its green banks. It was a kinder stretch of road. The walking was easier here, the land more level, the air more mild. After the hard climbing and descending of the hills, the valley felt almost like a rest. They followed the river south, through reeds and willows, past quiet fields, the water always there beside them, moving slowly toward the sea. Every long road has stretches like this, hard climbs and gentle valleys, difficult days and easier ones. And the wisdom of the traveler is to take each as it comes, to endure the hard climbs without despairing, knowing the valley will come, and to receive the gentle valleys with gratitude, resting in them, gathering strength, without forgetting that the road goes on. You are in one of those stretches now. This quiet night is a gentle valley, given to you for rest. Whatever hard climbing the day held, you have come down now into the still place. The water runs quiet beside you. The way is gentle here, so rest in it. Drink deeply of the quiet. Let the still valley of the night restore you and gather your strength for whatever road tomorrow brings. But that is tomorrow. Tonight, there is only the gentle valley and the slow water and rest. Psalm 23, 1-3. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Not every night was gentle. There were nights when no village door opened, when the wind came down cold off the hills, and they had to make their camp in the open, with only the small fire and their cloaks against the chill of the dark. On such nights, they drew close to the fire and close to one another and to the warm flank of the donkey, and waited out the cold hours, listening to the wind, watching the embers, trusting that the morning would come as it always did and bring its warmth again. There is a quiet courage in enduring the cold nights of a journey, not fighting them, not despairing in them, simply staying close to the small warmth you have and waiting patiently for the dawn, knowing that no night, however cold, lasts forever, knowing that the sun is only ever a few dark hours away. If your own road has passed through some cold nights lately, take heart from these two travelers. They did not have to make the morning come. They only had to keep close to the warmth and endure and trust and wait, and so do you. Draw close tonight to whatever warmth you have. Let the cold be only the cold. It will not last. The dawn is coming, faithful and certain, just beyond the dark hills. You have only to rest and wait for it. Psalm 27:1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Through all of it, the hard nights and the gentle valleys, the cold and the kindness, Mary carried within her not only the child, but a deep and quiet yes. The yes she had spoken long before in the little room in Nazareth, when the light had filled it and her whole life had changed. Be it unto me, she had said then, according to thy word, let it be. A simple, trusting yes to a road she could not see and a future she could not understand. And that yes was what carried her now down the long road to Bethlehem. Not certainty, not control, not a clear view of how it would all unfold. Only trust, only a quiet, faithful, surrendered yes. There is a deep peace in that kind of trust, the peace of no longer needing to understand everything or control everything or see the whole road ahead, the peace of placing your life gently into hands wiser and kinder than your own and saying simply, let it be. I trust you. Lead me. I will walk the road you give me, one step at a time. You may rest in that same trust tonight. You do not have to understand your whole life before you sleep. You do not have to see the end of your own long road. You have only to lay it down gently and say your own quiet yes to the night and to the one who keeps you, and let yourself be led and carried and kept all the way through the dark. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And then, at last, after many long days on the road, they drew near to the end of the journey. The valley rose again into hills, and the great city of Jerusalem passed by to the north, with its high walls and its temple gleaming in the sun. And a little way beyond it, to the south, on its own quiet hill among the fields, lay the little town they had come so far to reach, Bethlehem. Imagine seeing it at last in the distance, at the end of the day as the light began to fail, the small town on its hill, the first lamps being lit in its windows, the long road finally drawing toward its end, the weariness of all those miles, and beneath it, rising now, a deep relief and something like wonder. They had come. Against all the difficulty, they had come. There is no joy quite like the sight of your destination at the end of a long road, the town on the hill, the light in the window, the journey nearly over, the rest at last in sight. Her people had a song for exactly this feeling, sung by pilgrims for centuries as they came at last within sight of the holy city, a song of gladness at the journey's end. Psalm 122, verses 1-2. I was glad when they said unto me, Let us go into the house of the Lord. Our feet shall stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. They had reached the town, but the night that was waiting for them there in little Bethlehem would be unlike any night the world had ever known. That, though, is where part 2 of our story will gently begin. For now, the travelers have arrived, weary and grateful, within sight of the town, and for now, that is enough. As they walked the long road and rested by the fire at night, Mary and Joseph would sometimes sing, softly, the old psalms of their people, the songs the pilgrims had always sung on the roads of that land for 1,000 years, to keep their hearts steady and their fears small and their trust deep through the long miles and the dark nights. Let us rest now for a while in some of those same old songs. There is nothing to follow and nothing to understand. Only let the slow, ancient words wash gently over you, the way they washed over the weary travelers on the road to Bethlehem, and let them carry you down towards sleep. They sang of being kept, even in the dark, of being sheltered under wings, through every danger of the night. Hear the old song of the traveler who has made the Most High his dwelling place. Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him, and show him my salvation. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night. Hear that again, softly, as you rest. Whatever fears walk in your own darkness, let this old song quiet them now. You are covered, you are sheltered, you are kept under wings through all the dark hours until the morning. They sang too of light in the darkness, of one bright certainty to steady the heart when the road grew long and the night grew deep and the way ahead could not be seen. Hear the old song of the one whose light is greater than any dark. Scripture, Psalm 27, 1:4-5, 8:13-14, King James Version. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. When thou saidst, Seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, Thy face, Lord, will I seek. I had fainted, unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage. The road will not be hurried, and the morning will not be rushed, but it is coming. So wait gently without fear, and let your heart be strengthened in the waiting, and rest. And they sang the oldest and most beloved song of all, the song of the shepherd, who leads his sheep through every valley, even the darkest, and brings them safely home. We heard its beginning earlier by the still waters of the valley. Hear now its deeper promise for the dark places of the road. Psalm 23, 4-6. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. For thou art with me, that is the whole comfort of the song and the whole comfort of the road. Not that there are no dark valleys, but that we never walk them alone. You do not walk your valley alone tonight. He is with you. His rod and his staff comfort you. Goodness and mercy follow you, even here, even now, even in the dark. Rest in that, and fear no evil, and sleep. There were shorter songs, too, that the travelers sang, small, well-worn psalms that a child could learn and a tired heart could lean on. Let a few of them rest over you now, simple and gentle, as the road carries us onward through the quiet. Hear the song of the one who is rooted and unshaken, like a tree planted by quiet waters, whose leaf does not wither, however the seasons turn. Psalm 1:1-3. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. Psalm 67, verses 1-2, 7. God be merciful unto us, and bless us, and cause his face to shine upon us, that thy way may be known upon earth, thy saving health among all nations. God shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. We did not make ourselves. We are made and kept and led like sheep by a gentle shepherd. There is deep rest in that. You do not have to hold your own life together tonight. You are held by the one who made you. Lean back into that and rest. And one more, for the quiet of the night, for the heart that sets the Lord always before it, and so is not moved, and whose very flesh may rest in hope. Hear this gentle song of the night seasons. Psalm 16, 7-9, 11. I will bless the Lord, who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. My flesh also shall rest in hope. Let your whole body rest now in that same quiet hope, not in fear, not in striving, in hope, the peaceful, settled hope of a heart that has set the Lord before it, and so cannot be greatly moved, whatever the night may hold. Rest in hope now and sleep. Under the wide sky of the open road, the travelers sang of the one who made it all, who stretched out the heavens like a curtain, and set the moon and the stars in their courses, and made the darkness, and called it night. Hear the old song of the Maker of the night, and rest beneath it. Psalm 104, 1-2, 19-24. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who coverest thyself with light as with a garment, who stretchest out the heavens like a curtain. He appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knoweth his going down. Thou makest darkness, and it is night, wherein all the beasts of the forest do creep forth. The sun ariseth, they gather themselves together, and lay them down in their dens. Man goeth forth unto his work, and to his labor until the evening. O Lord, how manifold are thy works! In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. Thou makest darkness, and it is night. The darkness is not an accident or an enemy. It was made on purpose, gently, by the same hand that made the light. The night is a gift, woven into the order of things, a time for all creatures to lie down and rest and be still. Receive it now as the gift it is. Lie down in the good darkness made for you and rest. They sang of a mercy as high as the heavens, and a faithfulness that reaches to the clouds, and a loving kindness so excellent that the children of men come and rest under the shadow of his wings. Hear this gentle song of refuge. Psalm 36, 5-9. Thy mercy, O Lord, is in the heavens, and thy faithfulness reacheth unto the clouds. Thy righteousness is like the great mountains. Thy judgments are a great deep, O Lord, thou preservest man and beast. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O God! Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings. They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house, and thou shalt make them drink of the river of thy pleasures. For with thee is the fountain of life. In thy light shall we see light. Psalm 33, 4-5, 20-22. For the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth. He loveth righteousness and judgment. The earth is full of the goodness of the Lord. Our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee. The earth is full of the goodness of the Lord, full of it. Even on the hard roads, even in the dark. The goodness is there, woven quietly through everything, holding it all. Let your soul wait quietly upon that goodness now, as the travelers did, and rest and hope and sleep. Psalm 37, 3-5, 7. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way. Commit thy way unto the Lord, and he shall bring it to pass. You do not have to force your own way through the night, or worry it into being. You may commit it gently into faithful hands, and then rest and let it be brought to pass without your striving. Hand the whole of it over now and rest. They sang of waiting and being heard and being lifted up out of the deep places and set on solid ground with a new song in the mouth, the old song of patient deliverance. Psalm 41-3. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. He brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. And he hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our God. Many shall see it, and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. Psalm 116, 1-2, 7-9. I love the Lord, because he hath heard my voice and my supplications. Because he hath inclined his ear unto me, therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, mine eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. I will walk before the Lord in the land of the living. Return unto thy rest, O my soul. He has dealt bountifully with you. Whatever else this day held, you have been carried to this quiet hour, and you are kept, and you are loved. So return now gently unto your rest. Lay the whole day down. Your soul has a resting place tonight. Return to it and sleep. As the fire burned low at the roadside, the travelers sang of the one who is a rock and a fortress, and a deliverer, and who lights a small candle in the dark, and turns even the deepest night to light. Hear this old song of strength and light. Psalm 18, 1-2, 28:30. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. For thou wilt light my candle. The Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. Thou wilt light my candle. The Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. However dark this night, a candle is lit in it for you. A small, steady, faithful light that the darkness cannot put out. You are not left in the dark alone. Rest in the small, kept light, and let it watch over your sleep. They sang of the one who has been the dwelling place of his people in every generation, before the mountains were brought forth, from everlasting to everlasting. Hear this ancient and steadying song. Psalm 90, verses 1-2 and 14. Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hadst formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. O satisfy us early with thy mercy, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. Psalm 61, verses 1-4. Hear my cry, O God, attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee, when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For thou hast been a shelter for me, and a strong tower from the enemy. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. When the heart is overwhelmed, there is a higher ground, a steady rock, a strong tower, a sheltering wing. You may go there now in your weariness. Climb up onto the rock that is higher than you and rest there, safe above the flood, in the covert of his wings, and sleep. The fire is burning low now, down to a soft bed of glowing embers. The travelers are asleep beside it, wrapped warm against the cool, the donkey resting near, the great sky of stars turning slowly over them all. And the road waits quietly in the dark for the morning. There is no hurry. There is nothing left to do tonight, only to rest here by the warm embers, under the wide and watchful sky, on the first night of the long, slow road to Bethlehem. So let yourself rest now too, wherever you are. However far along your own road, let the fire burn low. Let the stars keep their watch, and let yourself drift gently down into the deep and quiet peace of the night. And so, as the last light drained from the sky, the two weary travelers came up at last into the little town of Bethlehem. But the town they entered was not the quiet place they had hoped to find, for the emperor's decree had drawn people from every direction, all of them, like Joseph, returning to the town of their family to be counted. And so little Bethlehem was full to overflowing. The narrow streets were crowded, voices and footsteps and the sounds of many strangers filled the evening air. Every house seemed full, every doorway seemed taken. Imagine arriving after so many long days on the road, weary to the bone, a young woman very near her time, only to find the town crowded and no quiet corner waiting and no clear place to rest. The relief of arriving, meeting all at once, the worry of having nowhere to stay. It is a feeling many of us know, to have traveled far and worked hard and longed for rest, only to find that rest is not where we hope to find it. But this night, in this crowded town, a place would be found, not the place they expected, not a fine room or a soft bed, but a place all the same, a humble quiet, sheltered place, exactly enough for what the night would hold. Rest has a way of finding us, even when the fine rooms are full, even in the most unexpected of places. Psalm 84, verses 1-3. How amiable are thy tabernacles, O Lord of hosts! My soul longeth, yea, even fainteth for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh crieth out for the living God. Yea, the sparrow hath found an house, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young, even thine altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God. Joseph went from door to door through the crowded town, asking gently at each one whether there was any room, and at door after door the answer was the same: there is no room. We are full. We are sorry. There is no room. You can picture him, tired from the long road, going patiently from house to house, in the gathering dark, asking and being turned away, and asking again. And you can picture Mary waiting with the donkey in the cool of the evening, her hands resting over the child, feeling perhaps that the time was very near now, watching her husband move from door to door and door to door in the lamplit streets. There is no room. Such small, ordinary words. The keepers of those houses could not have known what they were turning away. They were not cruel. They were simply full. It was a crowded night in a small town, and there truly was no room. And so the greatest birth in all of history was quietly pushed by the ordinary press of a crowded town toward the humblest of all possible places. How often the most important things come to us this way, not through the grand front door, but quietly around the side, into the lowly and overlooked places. Do not be discouraged on the nights when the fine doors seem closed to you. Sometimes the closed doors are leading you, without your knowing it, toward exactly the place you are meant to be. Trust the road even here, even when the doors say, there is no room. Matthew 8:20. And Jesus saith unto him, the foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head. From the very first night of his life, there was no room for him, and so it would be in a way all his life long. The one who made the whole world would have no place in it of his own, and yet he came anyway, gladly, humbly, to share our homelessness, so that we might find our home in him. There is room for you tonight in that great love. Even when the world is full, there is always room there. Rest in it. As the search went on, the weariness of the whole long journey seemed to gather and settle over Mary, there in the crowded street, the miles, the cold nights, the hard road, and now, at the very end of it, this: no room, no place to lie down, no quiet corner to make ready for the child who was so very near. There is a particular kind of tiredness that comes at the end of a long effort, when you have given everything you have, and the rest you long for still seems just out of reach. It is one of the heaviest feelings there is. And Mary, in that crowded street, in the gathering dark, must have felt the full weight of it. And yet she waited. She did not despair. She did not demand. She simply waited in the quiet trust that had carried her all this way, knowing that somehow, even now, even here, she was held. That the one who had brought her this far would not abandon her at the very end of the road, that a place would be found, that all would somehow be well. If you are weary tonight, weary in that deep way, at the end of some long effort, with the rest you long for still seeming out of reach, then wait the way Mary waited. not in despair, not in demanding, just in quiet trust. The place will be found, the rest will come. You have been brought this far, and you will not be abandoned at an end. Be still and wait, and let the weariness itself sink down at last into rest. Lamentations 3:25-26. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. And then at last, a door opened differently. Some kind soul, seeing the young woman so near her time, and moved with pity, offered the only thing he had left to give. Not a room in the house, for the house was full, but a place below where the animals were kept, a stable, a sheltered cave in the rock, warm with the breath of the beasts, quiet and out of the cold. It was not much. It was not what anyone would have chosen, but it was shelter. It was warmth. It was a roof against the night, and a quiet corner away from the crowded streets. And after a long search and the many closed doors, it must have felt in its own humble way like a great mercy. A place at last, a place to rest, a place to bring the child into the world. How strange and how beautiful that the King of all the earth would choose to be born here, not in a palace, not in a fine house, but in a stable among the gentle animals, in the soft light of a single lamp, in the humblest, quietest, most overlooked of places. It tells us something, that holy choice, that the deepest things do not need grand places, that peace can be born in a stable as easily as in a palace, perhaps more easily, that you do not need everything to be perfect or fine or impressive for something sacred to come to you. You only need a quiet, sheltered place and an open and humble heart, and that tonight you have. Wherever you are lying, however humble, it is enough. It is more than enough. It is exactly the kind of place where peace loves to be born. Psalm 113, 5-7. Who is like unto the Lord our God, who dwelleth on high, who humbleth himself to behold the things that are in heaven and in the earth. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth the needy out of the dunghill. And so, by the light of a single lamp, they made the humble place ready. Joseph swept a clean space in the straw. He saw to the animals and settled them, and made a quiet, sheltered corner where Mary could rest. In the stable stood a manger, the low wooden trough from which the animals were fed. Joseph filled it with fresh, clean straw, and laid soft cloths over it, making out of a feeding trough the gentlest of cradles. For there was no cradle here, of course. There was no fine wooden cot carved and waiting. There was only what the stable held, and what the stable held, made ready with love, would be enough. There is a deep tenderness in making a humble place ready with love, sweeping the straw, softening the manger, setting the lamp where its light would fall gently, turning a stable, by simple acts of care, into a place fit for the holiest of births. Love does that. It takes the plain and the humble and makes it warm and ready and enough. Your own place of rest tonight was made ready too, by hands that cared, the bed smoothed, the lamp lowered, the quiet made. Small acts of care that turn an ordinary room into a place of rest. Let yourself receive that care now. Let yourself be held by it. You have a sheltered place tonight, made ready, soft, and warm and quiet. Settle into it now the way Mary settled into the ready stable, and let yourself rest. Psalm 27, 4-5. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. All around them, in the warm dark of the stable, the animals rested. An ox, perhaps, chewing slowly in the corner. The donkey that had carried Mary all the long way, now unburdened and at rest. A few sheep settled in the straw, their slow breathing, their quiet warmth, their gentle, unhurried presence, filling the small sheltered space. There is a deep peace in the company of resting animals. They do not worry, they do not hurry, they simply are, fully present, fully at rest, breathing slow and warm in the dark. And on this night of all nights, it was the gentle animals who kept the Holy Family company, who shared their warmth, who stood quietly by as the world prepared, without knowing it, to receive its greatest gift. The old stories love this picture. The Maker of all things come to be born among the humblest of his creatures. The ox and the donkey keeping watch, the sheep resting near, all of creation in its quiet and ordinary way, gathering close and making room and keeping warm the small and holy thing that was about to happen in their midst. Let the deep, slow peace of that warm stable settle over you now. The breathing of the gentle animals, the soft rustle of the straw, the warm and sheltered dark, the single lamp burning low. There is nowhere you need to be but here. Nothing you need to do but rest in the warm and quiet stable on the holiest of nights, with all of creation breathing slow and peaceful around you. Psalm 91, verses 1-2. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. Lie quietly for a moment with the wonder of it, the one who made the stars, who set the sun in its place, who holds the whole vast turning universe in His hand, choosing to come into the world like this, as a baby, helpless, small, born in a borrowed stable, laid in a feeding trough, among the animals, in a crowded little town on an ordinary winter night. The old scriptures say that He, being in the very form of God, made Himself of no reputation, and took upon Himself the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. He came down, all the way down, lower than any king would ever stoop, down into the straw and the cold and the ordinary, to be with us, exactly where we are. There is no place too low for that love to reach, no corner too humble, no heart too ordinary or too tired or too overlooked. If God Himself was willing to be born in a stable, then there is no place in your life, however lowly, that His peace cannot reach tonight. He has already come all the way down. He is already here in the humble place, in the quiet dark, with you. Let that be the deep ground of your rest. Not that you must climb up to find peace, but that peace has already come all the way down to find you. Into the stable, into the straw, into the ordinary, tired human night. With us, God, with us, even here, even now, rest in it. Philippians 2:6-7 and John 1:14, who being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God, but made Himself of no reputation, and took upon Him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, full of grace and truth. In the corner of the stable, Joseph set a small lamp and lit it, and its soft yellow light spread gently through the sheltered space, falling on the straw and the rough stone walls and the quiet animals and the manger, made ready and waiting. It was the same kind of humble clay lamp that burned in every home in the land, the same small, steady flame. And yet here, in this stable, on this night, its quiet light seemed to hold something more, a small warmth against the great dark, a single point of gold in the lowliest of places, on the threshold of the greatest of nights. There is something deeply peaceful about a single lamp burning in the dark. It does not need to light the whole world. It only lights the small circle around it, the place where you are, the place where you rest. And that small circle of warm light is enough. It is always enough. You do not need to see beyond it. You only need to rest within it. Let the soft light of that stable lamp be the light you rest in now. Just the small, warm circle of it. Just this sheltered place. Just this quiet moment. The great dark all around can keep itself. Within the small circle of the lamplight, all is warm and quiet and safe. And that is all you need tonight. Rest there in the gentle light and let the dark beyond it be. Psalm 135:6. I wait for the Lord. My soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning. With the lamp lit and the manger ready and the animals quiet, Joseph helped Mary to settle into the soft straw in the warmest, most sheltered corner of the stable, away from the door and the cold night air. After all the long miles, after all the closed doors, after a weariness of the road and the worry of the crowded town, here at last was rest, humble rest, plain rest, but rest all the same. A warm place, a soft bed of straw, a roof against the night, a quiet corner made ready with love. The journey for now was over. The road had brought them at last to a place to lie down. There is no relief quite like the relief of finally lying down at the end of a long and difficult journey. The body that has carried you so far can at last be still. The weariness that you have pushed through for so long can at last be felt and then slowly released. The straining toward the end is over. You have arrived. You can rest. You have arrived too tonight. At the end of your own long day, your own long road, you can stop pushing now. You can stop straining toward the end. You are here. You have come to the place of rest. So let the body that carried you all day be still at last. Let the weariness be felt and then gently released. Settle into the soft place that is waiting for you, the way Mary settled into the straw, and let the long day be over, and let yourself at last rest. For thus saith the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. Outside the stable, the little town of Bethlehem was settling into sleep. One by one, the lamps in the crowded houses were going out. The voices in the streets fell quiet. The travelers and the townsfolk lay down in their beds and closed their eyes and drifted off with no idea at all of what was about to happen that very night in the stable below the town. They did not know the whole town slept on, unaware. The innkeepers who had turned the travelers away, the families crowded into the warm houses, the tired pilgrims, home for the census. None of them knew that the most important night in all of history was unfolding quietly in a humble stable, just out of sight, while they slept. That is so often how the holiest things come, quietly, unnoticed, in the dark while the world sleeps, not with trumpets, not with announcements, not in the bright and busy places, but in the still and hidden corners, in the deep of the night, where only the humble and the watchful ever see them. There is a gentle comfort in that. As you lie here in your own dark, you do not have to be seen or noticed or important for grace to find you. The deepest things come quietly in the night to the hidden and the resting. While the busy world sleeps on unaware, the quiet gifts are given. Let yourself be one of the resting ones tonight. Let the busy world keep its noise for the morning. Here, in the quiet dark, the gentle and holy things are near. John 1:10-11, 14. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, full of grace and truth. It was cold outside that winter night, the way the nights are cold in the hills of Judea. But inside the stable, in the close and sheltered dark, it was warm, warm with the straw, warm with the small lamp, warm, above all, with the breath of the gentle animals gathered close in the little space. There is an old and simple kind of warmth in the breath of resting animals, the slow, steady heat of living creatures at peace, filling a small sheltered space, holding the cold of the night at bay. It is not the warmth of a great fire or a fine house. It is humbler than that, and gentler, and somehow more tender, the warmth of living things resting close together in the dark. And it was this humble warmth, the warmth of a stable, the warmth of the gentle beasts, that wrapped the Holy Family on that first night. Not the warmth of palaces, the warmth of the lowly, sheltered, ordinary places, where the deepest peace so often loves to dwell. Feel that same gentle warmth around you now, in your own sheltered place. The warmth of the blankets, the warmth of the quiet room, the warmth of your own slow breath and your own resting body, holding the cold of the night gently at bay. You are warm, you are sheltered, you are held in the close and gentle dark, exactly as the Holy Family was held in the warm straw of the stable on that first and holiest of nights. Psalm 36:7, King James Version. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O God! Therefore, the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings. Through that long, waiting night, Joseph kept his quiet watch. He tended the small lamp so its light would not fail. He kept the fire of his care burning, watching over Mary, watching over the quiet stable, ready for whatever the night would bring. There is a deep and humble faithfulness in keeping watch through the night, while another rests. The watchman on the wall, the mother by the cradle, the friend at the bedside, the quiet, wakeful love that keeps watch in the dark, so that someone else may safely sleep. It is one of the oldest and tenderest forms of love there is, and Joseph gave it freely, all that holy night. And there is one who keeps watch over you tonight in just that way, one who does not slumber and does not sleep, who tends the small flame of your life through the dark and watches over your resting and is ready for whatever the night may bring. You do not have to keep watch tonight. You do not have to stay awake, guarding your own sleep. Someone faithful is keeping watch so that you may safely rest. Let go of the watching now. It is taken care of. Simply lay yourself down like a child whose father keeps the night and sleep. Psalm 3:5 and Psalm 4:8. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. And high above the little town, in the deep blue dark, a star was beginning to shine. One star, brighter than all the rest, rising quietly over Bethlehem, as though the heavens themselves knew what the sleeping town did not, and had lit a great and silent lamp to mark the place. Far away, in distant lands to the east, wise men would see that star and wonder at it, and in time set out to follow it. For an old word had been spoken long ago, that a star would rise, and a great king with it. But all of that was still to come, for now the star simply shone, high and quiet and beautiful, over the humble stable, keeping its own bright watch through the holy night. There is something deeply peaceful in a single bright star in the dark. It does not strive. It does not hurry. It simply shines, steady and faithful, high above the sleeping world, a quiet point of light to lift the eyes and steady the heart and mark the way through the dark. Let that one bright star be your last gentle thought now, shining high and quiet over the little town, over the warm stable, over the whole sleeping land, and over you wherever you are resting. A single faithful light in the great dark, a sign that you are watched over, a sign that you are not alone. Rest now beneath that quiet star and let its steady light keep watch over your sleep. Numbers 24:17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. As Mary rested in the warm straw of the stable, waiting through the deep of the night, perhaps the old psalms came to her again, the way they always did in the quiet hours, the songs her people had sung in every kind of waiting for 1,000 years, songs of those who wait in the dark for the morning and for the mercy that always comes. Let us rest a while longer in those old songs of waiting. There is nothing to do but listen and breathe and let the slow and ancient words carry you gently down. Hear first the song of the soul that waits for the Lord, more than the watchman waits for the dawn. Psalm 130. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord, more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. More than they that watch for the morning. The watchman does not doubt that the dawn will come. He only waits for it, certain it is on its way. Wait for your rest tonight in that same quiet certainty. It is coming. It is always coming, more surely than the morning. They sang of longing for a home, a dwelling place, a sheltered nest, even for the small sparrow, a song for all who are far from home and weary and longing for rest. Hear the old song of the pilgrim's heart. Psalm 84, 3-5, 10-12. Yeah, the sparrow hath found an house, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young, even thine altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God. Blessed are they that dwell in thy house. They will be still praising thee. Blessed is the man whose strength is in thee, in whose heart are the ways of them. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents of wickedness. For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord will give grace and glory. No good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly. O Lord of hosts, blessed is the man that trusteth in thee. Even a small sparrow finds a home, even a swallow finds her nest, and so will you. You have a dwelling place tonight, a sheltered nest, a quiet home in the warm dark. Settle into it now, the way the sparrow settles into her nest and rests. And they sang the gentlest of all the evening songs, the songs of lying down in peace and trusting and sleeping, because the Lord and the Lord alone makes us dwell in safety. Hear these old and quiet songs of the night. Psalm 4, 1, 4, 6 to 8. Hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. Thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me and hear my prayer. Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. There be many that say, who will show us any good? Lord, lift thou up the light of thy countenance upon us. Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time that their corn and their wine increased. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. Psalm 62, 1 to 2, 5 to 8. Truly my soul waiteth upon God, from him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. In God is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in God. Trust in him at all times. Ye people, pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. There is nothing left to do now but that, to be still, to pour out the heart quietly, and then to rest it, to lie down in peace and sleep because you are kept. Be still now and rest. In the warm dark of the stable, waiting through the night, the old words of comfort came again. The words a frightened or weary heart leans on. Fear not, I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. Hear this tender old promise. Isaiah 43, 1 to 3. But now thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. For I am the Lord thy God, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. Isaiah 41:10, 13. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. For I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. You are not a stranger in the dark tonight. You are known and named and claimed and held by the right hand of the one who made you. Fear not, you are his. Rest in being his all through the night. They sang of a refuge and a strength and a very present help, and of a stillness in which the heart can know that God is God. Hear the old song of the refuge that cannot be moved. Psalm 46, 1 to 2, 10 to 11. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Psalm 31, verses 1-3 and 5. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness. Bow down thine ear to me. Deliver me speedily. Be thou my strong rock, for an house of defense to save me. For thou art my rock and my fortress. Therefore, for thy name's sake, lead me and guide me. Into thine hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Lord God of truth. Into thine hand I commit my spirit. That is the prayer for the end of the day, the gentle handing over of the whole of yourself, your cares, your body, your tired soul, into faithful and gentle hands, for keeping through the night. Commit your spirit into those hands now, and be still and rest. They sang of a trust learned long ago and held all through life, a strong habitation to which the heart can continually resort in every season, in every trouble. Hear the old song of lifelong trust. Psalm 71, verses 1-3 and 5. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. Deliver me in thy righteousness, and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me, and save me. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. For thou art my hope, O Lord God. Thou art my trust from my youth. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. There is a place you can always return to in any trouble, in any dark, a strong and quiet dwelling, always open, always safe. Resort to it now in the quiet of the night. Step into that strong refuge and close the door against the dark and rest. They sang too of what to do with fear, not to deny it, but to bring it simply into trust. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee, and of a God so tender that he keeps every tear and counts every wandering. Hear these gentle words. Psalm 56, 3-4, 8. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. In God I will praise his word. In God I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Thou tellest my wanderings. Put thou my tears into thy bottle. Are they not in thy book? Psalm 25:1, 4-6, 16-18. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths. Lead me in thy truth and teach me. For thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. Remember, O Lord, thy tender mercies and thy loving kindnesses, for they have been ever of old. Turn thee unto me and have mercy upon me, for I am desolate and afflicted. Look upon mine affliction and my pain, and forgive all my sins. Thou tellest my wanderings. Put thou my tears into thy bottle. Nothing of you is lost on him, not one wandering, not one tear. They are all known and kept and precious to him. Whatever you have carried, weeping into this night, it is seen and held and treasured. You are not alone with it. Give it over now gently and rest. In the warm stable, waiting, they sang of a God who is good and ready to forgive, and plenteous in mercy to all who call, who bows down his ear and hears the poor and needy. Hear this gentle old prayer. Psalm 86:1, 3-7. Bow down thine ear, O Lord, hear me, for I am poor and needy. Be merciful unto me, O Lord, for I cry unto thee daily. Rejoice the soul of thy servant, for unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. For thou, Lord, art good and ready to forgive, and plenteous in mercy unto all them that call upon thee. Give ear, O Lord, unto my prayer, and attend to the voice of my supplications. In the day of my trouble I will call upon thee, for thou wilt answer me. Psalm 57:1. Be merciful unto me, O God, be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee. Yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge, until these calamities be overpast. In the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge, until these calamities be overpast. Whatever storm you are waiting out, you may shelter beneath those wings until it passes. It will pass. It always passes. And until it does, you are covered and kept and safe. Make your refuge there now and rest. And the old prophets had promised a perfect peace for the mind that stays itself on God, and quiet resting places for his people to dwell in. Hear these gentle words of peace and quietness. Isaiah 26, 3-4. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust ye in the Lord forever. For in the Lord Jehovah is everlasting strength. Isaiah 32:17-18. And the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness, and assurance forever. And my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation, and in sure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. Quiet resting places. That is what this night is. A quiet resting place, a sure dwelling, a peaceable habitation, made ready for you. Perfect peace for the mind that simply stays itself on the one who keeps it. So stay your mind gently on him now. Let every other thought grow quiet and dwell tonight in this quiet resting place in perfect peace and rest. And now a great hush settled over everything, the town asleep, the streets empty, the stable quiet, warm with the breath of the animals, soft with lamplight, and over it all the deep waiting stillness of the night, as though the whole world were holding its breath without knowing why. There are moments like that just before something long awaited finally arrives, a deep quiet, a holding still, as though all of creation grows silent and leans in and waits. The old scriptures knew that holy hush and called the whole earth to keep silence before the one who was near. Let that same deep hush settle over you now, the quiet before, the stillness in which holy things come. There is nothing to do in this hush but be still and wait and breathe, slow and soft in the warm and waiting dark. All the noise of the day has fallen silent. All the hurry has grown still. There is only the quiet now, only the gentle waiting, only the deep and peaceful hush of the holy night. Habakkuk 2:20 and Psalm 46:10. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him. Be still and know that I am God. Habakkuk 2:20 and Psalm 46:10, King James Version. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him. Be still and know that I am God. The lamp burns low in the quiet stable. The animals rest in the warm straw. Joseph keeps his gentle watch, and Mary lies still and peaceful and waiting in the deep hush of the holy night. All is quiet now. All is ready. All is held. There is nothing left to do but wait in the warm dark for the wonder that is coming. And there is nothing left for you to do either but rest here in the peace of the waiting stable on the threshold of the holiest of nights. So let yourself drift now gently into the deep and quiet dark. Let the lamp burn low. Let the stable keep its peaceful hush, and rest softly until our story gently begins again. And so, in the deep and quiet middle of that holy night, in the warm shelter of the humble stable, the long waiting came at last to its end. The days were accomplished, and in the soft light of the single lamb, among the gentle animals, in the lowliest of all places, the child was born. There was no crowd, there were no kings, no crowds of witnesses, no great announcement to the sleeping town. There was only the warm dark and the quiet animals, and a tired and tender mother, and a faithful, watchful father, and the soft cry of a newborn child, rising for the first time into the still night air. Mary wrapped him, as mothers did, in long bands of soft cloth, swaddling him snug and warm against the cool of the night. And because there was no cradle in the stable, she laid him gently in the manger that Joseph had filled with clean straw, the humble feeding trough of the animals, made ready with love to be the first bed of the King of all the earth. Let the wonder of that quiet moment settle softly over you. The whole long road, the closed doors, the humble stable, all of it had led at last to this. A newborn child, wrapped warm, asleep in the straw, in the gentle lamplight, on the holiest of nights, so small, so quiet, so tender, and so full, though almost no one yet knew it, of all the hope of the world. Luke 2:6-7. And so it was, that while they were there, the days were accomplished, that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. For a long, quiet moment, Mary simply looked at him, the child she had carried all those months, the child she had carried down the long road, the child the angel had spoken of in the little room in Nazareth so long ago. Here he was, at last, small and warm and real, asleep in the straw before her. Every mother knows something of that first long look, the wonder of it, the way the whole world seems to grow quiet and still around the small new life, the way nothing else seems to matter in that moment but the tiny breathing child and the fierce, tender, overwhelming love that rises up to meet him. And Mary held all of it quietly in her heart, the way she held everything, the wonder and the weariness and the strange and holy mystery of what had happened in this humble place. She did not need to understand it all. She did not need to speak. She simply looked and loved and treasured the moment in the deep quiet of the night. Let your own heart grow quiet and tender now, the way the stable grew quiet around the newborn child. Let the small worries of the day fall away, the way they fall away before something truly precious. There is a deep peace in the presence of something so small and so new and so loved. Rest in that peace now. Let it grow quiet and still within you, the way the whole world grew quiet around a manger on that first holy night. Isaiah 9:2. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. The old scriptures had long spoken of a great light that would one day shine in the darkness. A people who walked in darkness, they said, would see a great light. And here, in the humble stable, in the deep of the night, that light had quietly come into a world, not as a blaze of fire, not as a burst of glory, but as a small and tender child, asleep in the straw. The deepest light, the old stories tell us, does not come crashing in. It comes quietly gently, the way the dawn comes, the way a single lamp is lit in a dark room. It does not need to overpower the darkness. It only needs to shine, and the darkness, however deep, can never put it out. Whatever darkness you carry into this night, however deep it feels, let this be your comfort. As the child sleeps in the manger and the star shines overhead, the light has come into the world. It came quietly into the humblest of places on a night just like this one, and the darkness has never been able to put it out. It shines, still, gentle and faithful in every dark place, in every long night, in your own heart, even now. The darkness has not overcome it. It never will. John 1:1-5, 14. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, full of grace and truth. Out beyond the little town, on the dark hills around Bethlehem, there were shepherds that night, keeping watch over their flocks. Ordinary men doing ordinary work, wrapped in their cloaks against the cold, sitting among the sleeping sheep, watching the slow stars turn, waiting, as they did every night, for the morning. They were not important men. They were not priests or rulers or scholars. They were humble shepherds out in the fields, doing the quiet, lowly work that someone always has to do. The kind of people the great world overlooks. The kind of people no one expects to be part of anything important. And yet, it was to them of all people that the heavens chose to bring the news first, not to the palace, not to the temple, not to the powerful and the proud, but to the humble shepherds, keeping their quiet watch on the dark hills. For this was a birth for the lowly and the overlooked and the ordinary. This was good news, above all, for the small. There is such tenderness in that. If you have ever felt small or overlooked or unimportant, doing the quiet work that no one notices, then know this. The good news of that holy night came first to people exactly like you. You are not overlooked by heaven. You are not too small for grace. The gentlest, greatest news in all the world was brought first of all to humble watchers in the dark. Rest in that tonight. You are seen. You are sought. You are exactly the kind of soul this good news was always meant for. B28. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And as they kept their watch, the night around them changed. A light began to grow, soft at first, then brighter, until the glory of the Lord shone all around them, filling the dark hillside, and an angel stood before them in the light. And they were afraid, as anyone would be before such a wonder in the night. But the very first words the angel spoke to them were words of comfort. Fear not. The same gentle words the heavens always seem to speak to frighten people in the dark. Fear not, for I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. Good tidings, great joy, for all people, for everyone, for the shepherds on the hills, and for the sleeping town, and for the whole wide, weary world. And yes, for you lying here in your own quiet dark tonight. For unto you, the angel said, is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord, unto you. Not unto the great and the powerful only, unto you. And here is how you will know him. the angel said, "you will find a babe, wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger, a humble sign for a humble birth, a child wrapped warm, asleep in the straw." That, and nothing grander, would be the sign. Let those gentle words rest over you now as they rested over the shepherds. Fear not, good tidings of great joy for all people, for you. Whatever fear you carried into this night, let the angel's first word quiet it now. Fear not. You are not bringing bad news to the dark. The news of this night is joy, deep joy. Joy for the lowly and the weary and the small. Joy even for you. Rest in it. Fear not, and rest. Luke 2:9-12. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And then the old account tells us, something wonderful happened. Suddenly, the one angel was joined by a multitude, a great host of heaven, filling the night sky above the hills, praising God together in a song the shepherds would never forget for the rest of their lives. Glory to God in the highest, the heavenly host sang, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men, glory above, and peace below, peace on earth. That was the song the heavens sang over the dark hills on the night the child was born. Not power, not conquest, not fear, peace. The deep and gentle peace that the whole tired world had always longed for, and that had come at last in the form of a tiny child, asleep in a manger. Peace on earth. Let that ancient song settle over you now, the way it settled over the shepherds and their flocks. Peace, sung from the heavens over a sleeping world. Peace over the dark hills. Peace over the little town. Peace over the warm stable and the newborn child and the tender mother. And peace tonight over you wherever you are resting. The song the angels sang is still being sung softly over every quiet night. Glory above, and peace, deep peace, to you below. Luke 2:13-14. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. When the light faded and the song was over, and the night grew quiet again, the shepherds looked at one another in wonder, and they said simply, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord has made known to us. And so they went with haste down from the dark hills into the sleeping town to find the child. Imagine them hurrying through the quiet streets in the deep of the night, following the humble sign they had been given, searching for a stable and a manger and a newborn wrapped in swaddling clothes. And imagine the quiet joy when at last they found the place and stepped softly inside and saw by the light of the single lamp exactly what the angel had promised. Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in the manger. They had been told, and they had believed, and they had gone to see, and they had found it just as it was promised. There is a deep and simple faith in that, to hear and to trust and to go and to find. The humble shepherds did not understand it all. They simply trusted what they had been told and followed the sign and were the first of all the world to kneel before the newborn King. You do not have to understand everything tonight. any more than the shepherds did. You have only to trust gently and to follow the small light you have been given through the dark toward rest. And you will find, as the shepherds found, that what you have been promised is true, that there is peace waiting at the end of the dark road, that there is rest waiting for the weary. Trust it and let it carry you softly down into sleep. Luke 2:15-16. And it came to pass, as the angels were gone away from them into heaven, the shepherds said one to another, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord hath made known unto us. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in a manger. There is a quiet meaning hidden even in the name of the little town, Bethlehem. In the old language of her people, it means the house of bread, the house of bread. It was a town set among fields of grain, where bread had been grown and ground and baked for longer than anyone could remember. And it was here, in the house of bread, that the child was born and laid in a manger, a trough from which the animals were fed. The child who would one day say of himself that he was the bread of life, come down to feed the deepest hunger of the world, born in the house of bread, laid in a feeding place. Every small detail of that humble night, quietly carrying a deeper meaning than anyone could yet see. You do not need to understand all of it tonight. The deeper meanings can unfold slowly over many quiet years, the way Mary pondered them in her heart. For now, it is enough simply to rest in the gentle wonder of it, that into a little town called the House of Bread, on an ordinary winter night, was born the one who would satisfy the deepest hunger of every human heart, including yours. You are fed tonight by a love older than the world. You may rest and be filled and want for nothing. John 6:35. And Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. Mary wrapped him, the old account tells us, in swaddling clothes, long, soft bands of cloth wound gently round and round the newborn child, holding his small arms and legs snug and still against his body, the way mothers had wrapped their babies for countless generations. It is a tender and ancient practice. This swaddling of a newborn, the snug wrapping calms the child and holds him secure and reminds him, perhaps, of the close and gentle warmth he has only just left. A swaddled baby feels held, feels safe, feels enclosed and warm and kept, and so he settles and quiets and sleeps. There is something in all of us that still longs for that feeling, to be held, to be wrapped warm and safe, to be enclosed in something gentle and secure, and allowed at last to settle and quiet and rest. We never quite outgrow it, the longing simply to be held. Let yourself feel held now, the way the swaddled child was held. Feel the gentle weight of the blankets around you, holding you snug and warm. Feel yourself enclosed and safe and kept in the quiet dark. You are wrapped tonight in a love as gentle as a mother's swaddling cloth, holding you close, holding you safe, holding you still. Settle into it now the way the newborn settled, and quiet and rest. Psalm 22, 9-10. But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breasts. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my God from my mother's belly. It was fitting, somehow, that the shepherds were the first to come, for the fields around Bethlehem were where the lambs were raised, the gentle lambs of the flocks. And the child born that night among them would one day be called, by those who loved him, the Lamb of God, gentle, humble, lowly, not a lion, not an eagle, not a creature of power, but a lamb, the gentlest of all the animals, the one that does not fight or threaten or harm, but simply gives and follows and trusts. This was the nature of the child born in the manger, and the nature of the kingdom he would bring, a kingdom not of force, but of gentleness, not of fear, but of peace. There is rest for the weary heart in that gentleness. So much of the world is loud and hard and full of striving. But the child in the manger was none of those things. He was gentle and lowly in heart, and to all who came to him weary and heavy laden, he offered the one thing the loud world could never give: rest, rest for the soul. Come to that gentleness now, the way the lambs come home at evening. You do not have to be strong tonight. You do not have to strive or fight or prove anything at all. You may simply be gentle and lowly and tired, and come just as you are and find rest. The gentlest heart in all the world is keeping watch over your sleep. Rest in his gentleness now. John 1:29. Behold the Lamb of God, which taketh away the sin of the world. How quiet it was that holy night. After the song of the angels had faded, and the shepherds had come and gone, a great and gentle silence settled over everything. The town silent, the hills silent, the stable silent, but for the soft breath of the animals and the gentle stirring of the newborn child. It is in such silence that the deepest things come, not in noise, not in hurry, not in the loud and busy daylight, but in the deep, still silence of the holy night, when all the earth grows quiet and waits and listens. The old scriptures called all flesh to be silent before the wonder of what God was doing. And on that night, the whole world, without knowing it, kept that holy silence and held the newborn peace in its quiet, sleeping arms. Let that same deep silence settle over you now, the silence of the holy night, the quiet in which peace is born. There is nothing you need to say, nothing you need to think, nothing you need to do. Only be silent and still, and let the deep quiet of the night hold you the way it held the sleeping world on that first silent and holy night. Zechariah 2:13. Be silent, O all flesh, before the Lord, for he is raised up out of his holy habitation. Through that first night, whenever the newborn stirred or cried softly in the dark, Mary drew him close and comforted him and quieted him and held him until he settled again into sleep, the oldest comfort in the world. A mother gently soothing her child in the night. There is no comfort quite like it. The warm arms, the soft voice, the gentle rocking, the simple, wordless message, repeated over and over in the dark. You are safe. You are loved. I am here. Rest now. It is the first comfort any of us ever knew, and the one our hearts return to all our lives long whenever we are frightened or weary or sad. And the old scriptures tell us that this is exactly how God comforts his own. As one whom his mother comforteth, the prophet wrote, so will I comfort you, not sternly, not from far away, but gently, tenderly, the way a mother comforts a crying child in the night, drawing you close, quieting your fears, holding you until you settle at last into peace. Let yourself be comforted that way now. However frightened or weary or sad you came into this night, let the gentlest of all loves draw you close and quiet your fears and soothe you the way Mary soothed the newborn child. You are safe. You are loved. You are held. Rest now. The comfort that held the child in the manger is holding you too tonight, gently, in the warm and quiet dark. Let it soothe you all the way down into sleep. Isaiah 66:13. As one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you. In the warm stable, in the soft lamplight, with the newborn child asleep at last in the manger, the old songs of praise rose quietly in Mary's heart, the songs her people had sung for 1,000 years, in gratitude and wonder at the goodness and the mercy of God. Let us rest now in some of those old songs of praise and tenderness. As the holy night deepens around us, there is nothing to do but listen and breathe and let the gentle, grateful words carry you down towards sleep. Hear first the song that calls the whole soul to bless the Lord and to remember his tender mercies. Psalm 103, verses 1-5, 8, 11, and 13. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfieth thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. For as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward them that fear him. Like as a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear him. Like as a father pitieth his children, that is the heart that came down into the stable that night. A father's heart, tender, pitying, full of mercy. Rest now in the pity of that gentle father, the way the newborn child rested in his mother's arms. You are pitied and cared for and held. And looking up through the open door of the stable at the great sky full of stars, perhaps the old song of the heavens rose in her too, the song of the small soul beneath the vast sky, who is, against all wonder, remembered and cared for by the one who made it all. Hear the song of the heavens and the moon and the stars. Psalm 8:1, 3-6, 9. O Lord our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth, who has set thy glory above the heavens. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars, which thou hast ordained. What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the Son of Man that thou visitest him? For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. Thou hast put all things under his feet, O Lord our Lord. How excellent is thy name in all the earth. What is man that thou art mindful of him, and yet he is mindful of you? The one who set the moon and the stars in their places is mindful of you tonight, lying here in the dark. You are small beneath the vast sky, and you are remembered completely by the one who made it. Rest in being remembered. And one more song of praise, gentle and slow, for the goodness that holds up all who fall, and is near to all who call, and satisfies the desire of every living thing. Hear the old song of the Lord, who is good to all. Psalm 145, verses 8-9, 14-18. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy. The Lord is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works. The Lord upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth up all those that be bowed down. The eyes of all wait upon thee, and thou givest them their meat in due season. Thou openest thine hand, and satisfiest the desire of every living thing. The Lord is righteous in all his ways, and holy in all his works. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. The Lord is nigh, near, close, not far off, but here, in the stable, in the straw, in the quiet dark with you. He upholds all that fall. He raises all that are bowed down. Whatever weighs you down tonight, let it rest in those upholding hands now, and be still and sleep. And so, as the holy night draws on towards a morning, let us rest a little longer in the comfort of the old, old words. The words that have carried weary and frightened people down into peace on countless nights across countless centuries. Let them carry you, too now, gently, the rest of the way into sleep. Hear first the song of the one who is fully known and fully kept wherever he goes, even into the darkness, even at the edges of the world. There is no place where you are not held. Psalm 139, 1-3, 7-12, 17-18. O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my downsitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. Whither shall I go from thy spirit, or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning, and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! When I awake, I am still with thee. Sweet. The night shineth as the day. The darkness is not dark to him. So you may give yourself fully to the dark tonight, without fear, knowing that the one who keeps you sees in it as clearly as in the noonday, and holds you in it as surely. And when you awake, you will still be with him. Rest in that all through the night. Hear now the old word of comfort for the weary and the faint and the worn out, the promise that strength is given freely to all who wait, and that even the most tired soul is gently renewed in the quiet. Isaiah 40:28-31. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting God, the Lord, the Creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Matthew 11:28-30. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. That is the gentle invitation of the child who slept that night in the manger, spoken to every weary heart in every age. Come and rest. Lay down the heavy load. Your strength will be renewed in the quiet, the way the tired land is renewed by the night. Come and rest now and sleep. And one last song, gentle and glad, of the goodness that is near to the brokenhearted and saves the lowly in spirit. and is so good that the heart can only say, "Taste and see." Psalm 34 or 8, 17 to 19. 22. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. He delivered me from all my fears. Let your own fears be quietly delivered now, one by one, into those faithful hands, until there are none left to keep you from your rest. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted. He is near to you. You are not desolate. You are not alone. You are held and kept and loved all through this holy night. Rest now deeply and let the old sweet words carry you the rest of the way down into sleep. And now, in the deepest and quietest hour of the holy night, let us rest in the last few gentle songs, the songs the soul sings in the dark, upon its bed, when it remembers and trusts and is finally deeply at peace. Let them carry you the last of the way down into sleep. Hear the song of the one who remembers God upon his bed and meditates on him in the night watches and rests in the shadow of his wings. Psalm 63:1, 5 to 8. O God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsteth for thee. My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land, where no water is. My soul shall be satisfied as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise thee with joyful lips, when I remember thee upon my bed and meditate on thee in the night watches. Because thou hast been my help, therefore in the shadow of thy wings will I rejoice. My soul followeth hard after thee. Thy right hand upholdeth me. Psalm 42:8. Yet the Lord will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and in the night his song shall be with me, and my prayer unto the God of my life. In the night his song shall be with me. There is a song in this night, a quiet song of loving kindness, playing softly beneath the silence, just for you. You do not have to hear it with your ears. You have only to rest in it and let it hold you all through the dark. His song is with you tonight. And hear the simplest songs of all, the songs of lying down and sleeping and waking again, kept safe through the night by the one who sustains us, the oldest and most trusting words a tired soul can say in the dark. Psalm 3:3-5. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter up of mine head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. Psalm 131. Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty. Neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too high for me. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself, as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. Let Israel hope in the Lord from henceforth and forever. As a child that is weaned of his mother, my soul is even as a weaned child, quiet now, content now, asking for nothing, reaching for nothing, simply resting close and safe, like a child held against the one who loves it. Let your soul be quieted that way now, like a weaned child, and rest. I laid me down and slept, and the Lord sustained me. May it be so for you tonight and every night. Lie down now in peace and sleep. On a night the child was born, an old promise came true, a promise spoken over the people for centuries, that a light would dawn for those who sit in darkness and guide their feet into the way of peace. Hear the old song of the dawning light, the dayspring that came from on high. Luke 1:68-69, 76-79. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, to give knowledge of salvation unto his people by the remission of their sins, through the tender mercy of our God, whereby the dayspring from on high hath visited us, to give light to them that sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, to guide our feet into the way of peace. To guide our feet into the way of peace, that is where the whole long road was leading, all along, not only to Bethlehem, to peace, to the way of peace. And that same gentle light is guiding your feet tonight down the quiet road of sleep into the deep peace of the holy night. Let it lead you. Follow it gently down. The way of peace is open before you. Walk it now into rest. And the old prophets had sung long before of a gentle invitation. Come, everyone that thirsts, come to the waters. Seek while he is near, and you shall go out with joy and be led forth with a peace. Hear this tender old call. Isaiah 55:1, 6-7, 12. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. For ye shall go out with joy, and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Come to the waters without money, without price, freely. You do not have to earn your rest tonight or pay for your peace. It is given freely like water to the thirsty. Come and drink and be satisfied and led forth in peace. Come to the quiet waters now and rest. And one more song of the goodness that crowns the year and hears every prayer, and to whom all flesh may come. Hear this old song of the God who hears. Psalm 65, 1-4. Praise waiteth for thee, O God, in Sion, and unto thee shall the vow be performed. O thou that hearest prayer, unto thee shall all flesh come. Iniquities prevail against me. As for our transgressions, thou shalt purge them away. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest, and causest to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house. O thou that hearest prayer, unto thee shall all flesh come. Every prayer of your heart tonight, spoken or unspoken, is heard. The quiet longing, the wordless ache, the simple wish to rest, all of it is heard by the one who hears prayer. So you may let the words go now and simply rest in being heard. You are heard. You are answered. You are at peace. Rest now and sleep. And so, as the holy night moves gently toward its close, let us rest under the old blessings, the words the priests spoke over the people, the words that have been laid like a gentle hand over countless heads on countless nights for thousands of years. Let them be laid now softly over you. There is an old psalm sung by those who kept watch by night, blessing the Lord and being blessed in return by the one who made heaven and earth. Hear it now, as you keep your own quiet watch in the dark. Psalm 134, King James Version. Behold, bless ye the Lord, all ye servants of the Lord, which by night stand in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary, and bless the Lord. The Lord that made heaven and earth bless thee out of Zion. The Lord that made heaven and earth bless thee, the very maker of the stars overhead, the maker of the hills, the maker of the night itself, bends low on this holy night to bless you, to keep you, to give you peace. Receive that blessing now, like a warm cloak laid over your shoulders, and rest beneath it. Scripture, Numbers 6, 24-26. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And the words the apostles wrote long after that holy night to weary and frightened people in far-off places, praying peace over them and hope and joy and the keeping power of God. Hear these gentle old blessings of peace. Romans 15:13 and 2 Thessalonians 3:16, King James Version. Now the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, that ye may abound in hope through the power of the Holy Ghost. Now the Lord of peace himself give you peace always by all means. The Lord be with you all. Jude 24-25, King James Version. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling, and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy, to the only wise God our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever. Amen. Now the Lord of peace himself give you peace, always, by all means. Peace by every path, peace in every corner of your heart, peace all through this night and into the morning and beyond. The Lord of peace himself is giving it to you now. Receive it, rest in it, and let it carry you gently the rest of the way down into sleep. On the holy night, with the child asleep in the manger, they sang of the goodness of giving thanks, of his loving kindness shown in the morning, and his faithfulness shown every night. Hear this gentle song of the faithful night. Psalm 92, verses 1-2. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night. Psalm 138, 1-3, 7-8. I will praise thee with my whole heart. Before the gods will I sing praise unto thee. In the day when I cried, thou answeredst me, and strengthenedst me with strength in my soul. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, thou wilt revive me. Thou shalt stretch forth thine hand against the wrath of mine enemies, and thy right hand shall save me. The Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy mercy, O Lord, endureth forever. Forsake not the works of thine own hands. The Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Whatever is unfinished in your life tonight, whatever still concerns you, you do not have to perfect it yourself. He will, gently, in his own time. You may lay down the unfinished things and trust them to the hand that will perfect them, and rest. They sang the old invitation to come and bow and rest, as the sheep of his hand, the people of his pasture, kept and led by a gentle shepherd. Hear this old song of belonging. Psalm 95, 1-3, 6-7. O come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving, and make a joyful noise unto him with psalms. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture and the sheep of his hand. Isaiah 58:11, King James Version. And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones. And thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not. We are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. You belong to a gentle shepherd tonight. You are not astray, alone in the dark. You are his, held in his hand, led and kept and satisfied like a watered garden. Rest in belonging to him, rest in his hand, and sleep like a sheep safely folded for the night, with the shepherd keeping watch. The shepherds, having found the child, told Mary and Joseph all that they had seen and heard on the hillside: the light, the angel, the song of the great host of heaven, the good tidings of great joy. And all who heard the shepherds' words wondered at them, marveling at the strange and beautiful thing that had come to pass that night. But Mary did not speak much. She listened. She took in the shepherds' wonder and the angel's words, and the whole strange and holy mystery of the night, and she kept it all quietly in her heart and pondered it there. She did not need to understand it all at once. She simply gathered it gently in and held it and treasured it the way she treasured everything deep in the quiet of her heart. There is a deep wisdom in that quiet pondering. Not every wonder needs to be explained. Not every mystery needs to be solved. Some things are meant simply to be held gently in the heart and treasured and pondered slowly over many quiet years. Mary knew that, and so on the night of all nights, when she might have been overwhelmed, she was instead deeply, quietly at peace, holding it all in her heart. You may do the same now, with all that fills your own heart tonight. You do not have to understand it all. You do not have to solve it before you sleep. You may simply gather it gently in the way Mary did and hold it, and treasure even the hard things, and let them rest unsolved in the quiet of your heart while you sleep. Ponder gently, hold softly, and rest. Luke 2:17-19. And when they had seen it, they made known abroad the saying which was told them concerning this child. And all they that heard it wondered at those things which were told them by the shepherds. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart. And then the shepherds returned, back up to their hills, back to their flocks, back to their ordinary work. But they did not return the same. They went back glorifying and praising God for all the things they had heard and seen, just as it had been told to them. They had been ordinary men, keeping ordinary watch on an ordinary night, and they returned to that same ordinary life. But now there was a song in them that had not been there before. Now they carried a wonder and a joy and a quiet glory back into their everyday work that would never quite leave them again. The fields were the same, the sheep were the same, but the shepherds were changed. That is so often how grace works. It does not always take us out of our ordinary lives. More often, it meets us right in the middle of them and then sends us back into them, changed. The same fields, the same work, the same quiet days, but a new song within us, and a quiet joy, and a peace that the ordinary world cannot give or take away. May you carry a little of that same quiet joy back into your own ordinary days when the morning comes. But that is for the morning. For now, like the shepherds at the end of that holy night, you may simply rest and let the wonder settle in you, and let the deep peace of all you have seen and heard carry you gently down into sleep. Luke 2:20. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen, as it was told unto them. And what was his name, this child asleep in the straw? Mary knew it already, for the angel had told her long before in the little room in Nazareth. His name would be Jesus, a name that means the Lord saves, for he would save his people, the angel had said, from all that held them bound, and the prophets had given him other names too, long centuries before. Wonderful, Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, and most gently of all, the Prince of Peace, and another name still, Emmanuel, which means God with us. For that, in the end, was the deepest wonder of that holy night, not only that a child was born, but that in this child, God himself had come to be with us, near, present, one of us, with us in the straw, in the dark, in the long human night, God with us. Let those gentle names rest over you now, like a blessing whispered in the dark. Wonderful, Counselor, the Prince of Peace, Emmanuel, God with us. You are not alone tonight. You are never alone. The deepest meaning of that first holy night is that God has come to be with us in all of it, even here, even now, even in the quiet dark of your own resting, with us, always, gently with us. Isaiah 9:6 and Matthew 1:21-23. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. And thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. They shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. And so the holy night drew on toward its quiet close. The shepherds had gone, the town slept on, the stars shone overhead, and in the warm stable, in the soft lamplight, Mary held her newborn son close and warm, and watched over his first sleep in the world. He slept the deep, untroubled sleep of a newborn child, wrapped warm, held close, fully safe, fully loved. He did not know the long road that lay ahead of him. He did not know anything yet, but warmth and milk and his mother's arms and rest, and that was all he needed to know. For tonight, he was simply a newborn child, asleep in the arms of one who loved him in the warm and quiet dark. There is no deeper picture of peace in all the world than a newborn child, asleep in loving arms. Nothing to fear, nothing to do, nothing to carry, only warmth and love and rest. It is the peace we were all born into, the peace we are all, always, gently invited back toward every night when we lie down in the dark. Let yourself be held that way now, as the child was held, wrapped warm, kept safe, fully loved, with nothing to fear and nothing to do and nothing to carry. You are held tonight in arms stronger and gentler than any in the world. You may sleep the way the newborn child slept, in the warm stable on that first holy night, deeply, peacefully, without fear, simply held and loved and at rest. All is quiet now in Bethlehem. The shepherds rest on their hills. The town sleeps on, unaware. The animals breathe slow and warm in the stable. The lamp burns low, and in the soft straw, the mother and her newborn child rest together in the deep peace of the holy night. The star shines on, high and quiet, over the little town, over the sleeping hills, over a whole resting world. And there is nothing left for you to do tonight, nothing to finish, nothing to carry, nothing to fear. The long road has led you at last to rest. Peace has come quietly into the dark, and all is well. Only this breath now, and the warm and gentle dark, and the quiet star keeping its faithful watch, and the deep, deep peace of that first holy night settling over you now like a soft cloth wrapped gently around a sleeping child. Whatever you have heard tonight, let it settle in you slowly. Some of it you may remember in the morning. Most of it you will not. And that is all right. It was only ever meant to carry you gently down into rest. If you are somehow still with us, thank you for walking the long road to Bethlehem with us tonight. And if you have already drifted off, somewhere along that quiet road, or in the warm straw of the stable, under the bright and watchful star, thank you for that too. This journey was for both kinds of traveler. We will be here again with another quiet evening, another gentle corner of the old, old story. Until then, may the peace the angels sang, the deep peace of that holy night, rest over you and keep you all through the dark. Sleep well, and thank you for being here at Lamplight Scripture.